everybody, welcome back into the shop. Steve with Swamp Bottom Baits here. As you can see, I am not over at the other table where I usually pour at. I have a lot of stuff going on in the shop right now, and that area over there is disastrous. So I'm going to do it over here where I do my Twitch live streaming. So, and thank you all for bringing us over 1,000. I am extremely thankful for that. I'm really glad that the channel is growing, and it's all because of you. So thank you very much. Comments, subs, everything is all very much appreciated. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing up some crappie thumpers, and I find it a little disturbing that someone thinks like I do. So it's not saying much for him. But anyway, a friend of mine that live streams up in Indiana, K9 Gizmo, he uses pretty much exclusively swamp bottom baits for his crappie fishing. And he was using a color in the succulate minnow. And we both thought within, like, I don't know, 15-20 seconds of each other of a color combination different, or doing it in the Crappie Thumper that he was using in the succulate minnow. So this video is a color that belongs to somebody else, was created by somebody else, and I'm sure if you're following me, you've got to be following Chris Jones. He is kind of like the godfather to YouTube soft plastics. But anyway, 4 years ago, he did a video where he took a wheel, spun the wheel, had different colors on it, and whatever they matched up with is what he made. Well, this is one of them that he came up with, and that is called, he called it Fire Chartreuse, which is what I call it when it's laminated like this here. I always give credit where credit is due, so this is not my personal creation. But I love the color. It's a great saltwater color. It's working good in the succulate minnows for crappie. But Gizmo and I both thought, well, what about doing it in the Crappie Thumper, which has been one of his, he's been using the Thumper a lot more than he has the minnow. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to do a red body with a chartreuse tail, and we're going to call it the Giz. That's what we've named it. I don't know, it just made sense. I mean, we both thought about it at the same time. So let's go ahead and get in behind me here, get into mixing up some plastic and shooting the Crappie Thumper. Be back in just a second. All right, so I've got 2 half cups here. I'm going to go ahead and get our colors mixed up. So using Dead On Red Rum, there's 18 drops, and Dead On Chartreuse, same thing, 18 drops. Let's see where our temp is sitting on that. We're at 312. So it's cooling down quite quick, so they probably both are. Alright, so medium red. Yeah, let's add just a little bit more. There you go. I'm going to put that back in the mic real quick. Get a little bit more heat to it, because that's the one we've got to shoot first. while we get our chartreuse stirred up. You know what? I want to go just a little bit darker. That was 8 more drops. So I want to opaque it just a little bit more because it's going to be really thin on this tail. And then we are going with some small chartreuse. So, and there is that. So let's throw our red in the vac chamber real quick. I've already got the rods in the molds. So let me try and zoom you out here. Almost got this vac down. Doing everything in real time. The molds are cold, so it won't take long for them to set up. Alright, you see we got some bubbles sitting on the top of there. Just flash those off. Swirl it up. Get that flake suspended. And let's go ahead and inject. So, like I said, those will set up in just a second. Clean up a little bit while we're letting that set. Get everything put up. Pigment goes up there. So there you go. That is going to be our body color. Of course, it won't show up quite that dark, but let's get our chartreuse in the vac. So we can get that vacuum down while this is setting up. Have it ready to go. So I've had a lot of projects going on, just different stuff all over the place. That's why I haven't got around to getting the video up. So I appreciate everybody that has been watching the videos, liking them, commenting, sharing them. It's all very much appreciated. All right, those are set up. So there is our bodies. So we go ahead and get them off the rods. And then we will pull them off the runner and get them back in the mold. Like I said, I'm doing all this in real time, so y'all see exactly how long it takes. Oops, sorry about hitting the camera stand. Alright, so that one is done. And there is our second one. Real quick, let's pull this out. That's just come out of the vacuum chamber. We'll put it back in the mic so we can add just a touch bit more heat to it here in a second. So you want your second color to be a little bit hotter to help it bond. Alright, so there is our second one. Throw a little bit more heat to that chartreuse. Get our rods up out the way. Alright, that was 15 seconds. We are sitting right around 350. So we're going to hold a little bit more, a little bit longer pressure, I should say. So there we go. That is the tail shot. So it is that simple. You know, a little time consuming, but this color has been slaying them for Gizmo, Canine Gizmo, up in Indiana. So a little bit longer video than the time videos that we've had up here lately. But like I said, it's just showing you real time how long it takes to do it. And they're pretty much set up already. Like I said, cold molds. Once the molds heat up, it'll take a little bit longer. Come on. I'll straighten them out just a little bit for you here. So that there is what I am calling the Giz. Got a lot of flash in it. Like I said, he's been, last fall he was really hammering them on this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch more up off of camera. Y'all have a good one. Thank you again for coming in, liking, subbing. Tight lines, y'all.